everybody, welcome to our Fast Friday stream at an original time. Usually we're doing this in the morning, but due to Hungarian national holiday, I have moved today's stream to the evening time slot. So here we are at 6 p.m. Central European time, Hungarian national holiday. Panda has his medals from various of our Hungarian local tournaments here. The Honorable Panda. Welcome everybody to my chess stream. We're going to be hosting 5+3 casual blitz against all challengers. Basically, you don't have to be a subscriber. You don't even have to be a regular of the stream. Just challenge me to 5+3 casual and have an established account with approximately 100 or more blitz games. And I am willing to take your challenge. Since not that many people know that we're streaming at this time, it's going to be a little bit slow to get going. So I might want to grab a challenge here in the lobby, actually, to get things moving. Fisher Girl. 5+0 casual. I'm normally looking for increment, but since this... Whoa. Dude, I just picked up my knight. Did you see that? What happened? It was like a freak glitch. I picked up the knight and this huge lichess knight just, like, leaped out at me. Fisher Girl. The e6 is a weird move. d3 messes up these Dutch players. Knight f3, d3. It's a great variation for white. Very few people know what they're doing. Much more people will know what they're doing against e4 on move 2, the Lysissian Gambit. Nefedov challenging me. Nefedov's lurking. Nefedov is being interviewed for possible moderation position. There's nothing wrong with having two jobs, Nefedov. Nothing to be ashamed about with that. I mean, a lot of people have to take on two jobs, and there's really no reason for you to be afraid. All right, man. I don't know. It's a weird Petrov. But this might not bother the Dutch player that much. Maybe we should pop the center with c4. Pop this center out with c4. This is a little tighter for white. Bishop d3. But I think that you've got a kind of tricky position to play. Black has some space. The permanent outpost on e5 technically should be better for white. We got to be careful that black doesn't get a kind of spatial edge. So temptation is still on there to play c4. I don't know. This kind of randomizes it. It's basically a Queen's Gambit accepted now. If you take on c4 with f5. No. It's a hybrid between the Stonewall Dutch and the Queen's Gambit accepted. Oh my god. Fisher Girl, lover of tension and other cool stuff. Alright, hopefully we can take her out on time. If the position doesn't work out, we'll take her on clock. We've got a 10-second edge. This is sudden death. It's a semi-Slav / Dutch. 5 viewers, Bob. The unexpected Slaggy stream. Help yourself. There's more to life than material, my friend Fisher Girl. More to life than material. Dutch. The Dutch is healthy. I'm sure a computer could play this for black. She's got plenty to handle here. I might have had better there. Might have had worse. There's always the optimistic way of looking at things. This is just a random game. Yeah, Bob, I grabbed a viewer, a non-viewer. Give me that, Bishop. No. Bishop. Delicious. All games are random. She sacked a piece. Very astute. The boys are going to roll in. Kind of like knight takes there. For her. There is this diagonal. I'm trying to take out her pawn chain now. Highly adaptive. You got to go with the flow, Bob. A lot of people try to force, let the game come to you, you know. What's up, Bob? Good to see you. Good to see an old familiar face here in our Friday, Fast Friday challenge stream. Everyone's welcome to challenge if you've got simply 100 or so Blitz games. Pavel Nefedov, future moderator in training. All right, so the scary thing happened. All right, I'm not going to be afraid of ghosts and other goblins. Ooh, bishop takes f3. Could get a little weird after that. No, she's not interested. Ghosts and goblins. And it's not even Halloween. Can I trade queens? That's a target. Targeting g7. Sometimes we're too afraid of ghosts, though. Alright, Fisher Girl is going to be blockaded. International Master Blockado. Let's strengthen ye old blockade. This is also a useful move. Nullifying bishop on b7. So many useful moves I can't decide on what to do first. Also h4, staking out the blockado bishop. I should just take this, probably. It does let the pawn step a little closer to the danger. The DMZ. Line of demarcation. Now I'm threatening the crushing rook to c7. Basically is a fun killer. Killer of fun. She can fight on with rook d5. I've got to be a little bit careful now because my blockade is the blockading with the king. That's kind of dangerous. I ought to bring the rook over here. A useful move in any case. Getting behind the passed pawn, promoting bishop e5 threats. Candela, good to see you. Set up a little bit of mating net. Now rook a2. She's a fighter. Even rook a7, rook a2, rook a6, rook a6, king e2 should be a winning position, I would think, but there's some technical drawing chances there. I'm really flirting with screwing this up. Bishop e5. I gotta believe this is winning somehow. I just don't know how. How is it winning? Rook e3. Rook e3. No. Obviously rook a2, rook g7 check. She's threatening my knight. There's no sort of mating net here. Now I can do that line, rook a7. Yeah, dude, I'm a genius. Ka-ching. Now let's take a tactical win. 3 against 2. And 2 pieces for the rook. Just a matter of proverbial technique here. A good fight by Fisher Girl. Okay, next challenge, Nefedov Candela. Candela. Casual 5+3. I played some warm-up games because I was pretty tired today. My mom kept everybody awake all night in my house, getting up 100 times in the night. And I came home late and I couldn't get a good night's sleep. Excuses, excuses. Welcome everybody to my stream. International Master William Paschall. This is Pavel Nefedov, one of our most dedicated opponents. He has 224 games played. This is game 225. I just want to thank you, Nefedov, on the anniversary of our 225th game. It's a pleasure, my friend. I don't know, Bob. I don't know about that. All right, we're playing e4. I'm going to try to play more e4 today. I feel like I need something to invigorate me. Coffee didn't work. This beer might work. Honor of Nils, we have a Heineken today. See if he shows up. All right, here we go, guys. Our anniversary, 225 games, Nefedov. It doesn't mean anything to you? I can't play. I mean, my Schleem is in the shop. I can't answer Nefedov's like F5 in the Royal Pez. I've got no game there. Can't get out of the opening with an advantage. 100, 210, 223, 224. This is 225, man. Lots of training for Nefedov. The Hungarian defense by deferment for in honor of our national holiday. What? Pavel, it's the Hungarian national holiday here, and you're dissing the Hungarian defense. That's just politically incorrect, my friend. All right. Dude, what just happened? He tricked me into like losing all my time by offering a take back and then declining it. Dude, that was really unsportsmanlike. He offered a fake take back. It wasn't even a mouse slip. And then I'm like talking and thinking about it and making jokes, and I lose 30 seconds on the clock. In the process of, yeah, it was pretty deep, man. That's a deep way to win time. I tried to give you the take back. Do you want the take back or not? We can. He's giving me more time now. All right. You're supposed to get a take back, dude. Not me. Here we go. All right. We're back. Everybody has an angle. Prophylactic against knight a5. So Nefedov have been, and I have been here before to this place. I mean, castles is probably white's main move. Let's just play it. I don't know anything about the white side of the joke piano. I mean, generalities I know, but I'm not competent enough to teach people to play the joke piano or really play it myself in serious tournament play. I know a lot of people play h3, but the way that Nefedov was playing this is basically transposing to an Archangel's variation of the Roy Lopez now. It literally could be a transposition because my bishop could have just easily gone to b5, a4, and b3 instead of c4, b3. I have to remember not to commentate because I'm used to playing a little bit longer, 7-minute games style stuff, so knight f1, knight g4, rook e2, I suppose. And as always, our motif is the delayed d4, the critical concept in the gioco pianissimo. Just one of the many venomous ideas at White's disposal in this boring position. Normally I don't play this opening, but I'm forced because Nefedov Schliemann took the sting out of my Spanish game. So I'm forced to play something I just like don't even really play. That's why all this talk. He wants to play c5 now. This is remarkably similar, Nefedov, to one of my students' games that we analyzed last week. That I analyzed with my student, not on the stream. One of my students, a pretty strong player, 2100, had an opponent who like basically did almost the exact same thing. He turned the gioco piano into a Lopez. Something very similar. Bishop b6, knight a5, c5, same thing. I didn't know this was a real idea. Well, we know what Nefedov will do next. If he has to give up the Schliemann, he'll have to start playing the Archangelsk. What's up, guys? Ponda showing his medals. He's got 4 medals. 5, actually. 5 medals. No, 4. That's just a button. 4 medals. Nice. Welcome to my stream, guys. International Master William Paschall. We are playing Blitz with challengers. Open for challenges between 5+3 casual and 5+3 casual. Knight back to c6, Pablo. What the heck is that? You're supposed to play c5, obviously. But he had a problem. He chose a very strange move. I mean, you could play maybe like rook e8. Does that work? This seems strange for black. But maybe as an angle. Speaking of angles now. You can play bishop g4. A new appointment for the bishop on c8. Right, bishop g4. This is the right idea now. It seems like he's got this in mind when he plays the pressure on d4 now. What am I going to do? I might have to play d5 here. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for letting him play like bishop takes f3, g takes f3. I'm not in the mood. In the mood for food. Alright, I don't care, man. I don't care. I've had enough of your nonsense. Let's bring it. Good. That's the point, dude. Stuffed Panda friends. It really makes the world go round. He's not stuffed. He's a little bit obese, that's all. He's real. He smokes, drinks, all that good stuff. What is this? Another Zwischenzug. Surprising move. I don't know why Nefedov just didn't do the natural thing, which was to take on d4. have a bad feeling about this. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this, boys and girls. My last move. I think h3 is best, actually. If the Panda had an alter ego, he wouldn't exactly. Friday night, man. Panda kind of overextending himself yesterday. He was smoking cigars. Today he's all patriotic. Now I decided to be fancy here. Play queen d3. Very subtle. Cheap shot. Where's Asterbait? He likes playing for the kind of sneaky maiden ones. No, Bob. Panda doesn't do hard drugs. That's where he draws the line. Wouldn't want him overdosing. He has a kind of hangover today. Not too bad. Queen d3. Nefida, what's up, man? Just do it. King's Indian trick. None of my friends are expecting me to stream today. It's not my usual time slot. We normally do Friday mornings, but I thought we'd get some audience here. So Nefedov goes with 95, but I mean, honestly, okay guys, this is like a standard trick. Maybe there's a hole in this, but it seems like he has knight takes d4, knight takes d4, queen h4. With the kind of classic double attack on f2 and h2 that makes people lose their minds. It's possible there's a hole in that bucket. Maybe I can just play bishop e3 and let him take on h2. Bishop e3. Queen h2 check, king f1. Queen h1 check, king e2. I mean, that's probably what Nefedov was thinking so long on. Now he played this move. I'm skeptical. Multiple options. This probably wasn't the best. He certainly stopped queen h7 cold. Welcome to my stream, guys. International Master William Paschall. We're going to be taking Blitz challenges with all challengers, as long as you've got 100 games. Casual. Leaving me with little or no choice now. I have this. This move. Very simple. And we go to endgame land. I like that diagonal, man. I'm not even up a pawn here. Speaking of Panda, oh goodness. Knight h5, Nefedov. Making me suffer today. Wow. Look at him with the active pieces. No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Rook A4. It's raining. He resigned here. Hold on a second. Alright. Nefedov, you just had an equal game. Very well played, sir. Need to change my mouse. Alright, that's better. That's better, man. Good game. It's a draw. Just a draw. You didn't have to resign. I would have given you a take back. It's obviously a mouselet. It's a casual game. If it was rated, I would force you to make a move. But if it's casual, I am, you know, more than willing to give you a take back for an obvious mouse slip. I think that's something I would ask from other people too. So no need to resign there. Candela. All right, we're playing our Sicilian. Whoops. Accelerated Dragon. Today I played some other stuff. I was playing A6. Oh, this is cool though, because this variation is very critical. I've been looking at this actually yesterday. I even showed it to someone today. This is a very important variation. There's a lot of similar lines that get confusing. This is probably inaccurate by me. Definitely inaccurate. But inaccurate by white as well. I guess he should play pawn takes pawn there immediately. A lot of fast moves. Why is Candela playing so fast? He's 2400 in rapid. He went up a lot. I don't remember that. But I'm not sure why he's playing so fast, you know? This is not a bullet game. I think you've already missed some best moves. Making some inaccuracy now with rook takes d6. Playing too fast for this time control. He's strong. 22 classical, 22 bullet, 24 rapid, 22 blitz. I don't remember him being that high rated. Wow. Okay, hold on for a second. Yeah, I definitely misplayed the move order in the opening. Now, I think Candela is a real player, Bob. An actual, like, 2200 strength player. Not a made-up one. Probably. All of his simul games against me seem real, you know. I never got the feeling Candela was like a two-char. A two-char. No. These German players are serious, man. He's for real. He says he actually rated 2100 over the board. That's what I would anticipate. A number of players about the same strength. Ananas, Candela. Wait, who else recently? There was somebody else from Germany. Oh, yeah, on our subscriber stream on Thursday. Alms. These guys are all pretty comparable. Queen d2 looks like a good move. I don't really want to trade my dark squared bishop, that's the problem. So I guess we could go bishop h6 if we want to be really, really funky here. There's some basis for this. It's also risky though. Knight there. If I let him go bishop takes, man, it's gonna ruin my position. All right, watch the back rank, kids. Just talking about the back rank with one of my peoples today. Peoples. Also, for playing out the moves so fast in the beginning, I had very similar positions. I mean, I think that's such a critical line. I can't remember the right moves. You know? There's a lot of very, very minute differences in these type positions. Bishop b5, but Candela must be a kind of intuitive player. Bishop b5 is a really somewhat irritating move. I wanted to play knight b4, and he's basically stopping that. Dude. Stop developing your pieces, man. I would love to allow bishop takes e8. It's not happening. That is super annoying. Bishop b5. Mega annoying move. Alright, this is just sheer desperation that I don't want to lose on time or something. I couldn't come up with anything better. The I couldn't come up with anything better move. Definitely insufficient. I could have played that in 1 second. Why did I waste like 2 minutes to play it? What? Oh, now he's got a point. I just realized the last minute my knight is hanging on b6, you know, inconveniently. If I try to play knight b4, bishop f5, he's got everything worked out. PassPawn99, thanks for being a subscriber. We are not taking subscribers first today. We're just playing all our challenges with optical mouse. If you could modify that challenge to 5+3. I don't know why it's 5+2. Optical mouse 5+3. Uniform challenges today. Just 5+3 casual. It's very simple. Feels like black's under pressure. Feels like you're right. Although I feel happy to get this. Starts to look kind of promising for black. Well, I thought he should be consistent and play bishop takes c6. Then he plays bishop to e3. The vultures. Play the vulture. Queen f4. Stay calm and develop your last rook. Temptation to play bishop takes c3, very strong there. It's also a good way to lose the game. He's one move away from like queen f6 then. I didn't see a move to finish him off. I'm just kidding. You can do some attempts at defending this exchange down position. I got my own guy trapped. That was a good idea. Not a good idea. He had bishop e3, like engulfing my piece there. Probably not a great not a great idea to put my rook there. Engulfment of rook. Annoyingly difficult little position here to break through. It's amazing how like little advantage being up the exchange really is. I have like literally no threats. This might change that. I don't know, the Beastie Boys just jumped in my head. Weenie Body Rock. I don't know where that came from. But this is looking good. Uh-oh, psychic moves. Beware of the psychic moves. He's good at bullet, you know. And when you're good at bullet, you gotta kind of sort of pre-move based on what you think your opponent's gonna do. So he's able to predict my moves. That wasn't pretty. The opening I just totally butchered. Right off the bat I played like d5, which is probably bad here. No, it's actually correct. Okay. Takes. Play bishop g7. So this is inaccurate. So right off the bat I make a mistake with bishop g7. You're supposed to take on e7 and you didn't. I have to play bishop f5. Completely forgot. And this is probably not even a good variation for black. It might be better to play bishop g7. I get confused. But I've got to play d5 like next move. I think it's d5 now. And then it's okay. Now I can do bishop f5. It's confusing as hell, these variations. That's why I'm saying Candela should take more time. The variations are all very, 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 very similar, but slightly different. And also, like, there are different variations of knight on b6 and knight on c7. And I can't even remember them. They're all pretty new in the last 10 years, really. This theory, like, didn't exist. No, actually, queen a4 did exist. Not so much, yeah, this existed, I guess. Queen b3 is more new. All right, let's go. Whatever. Panda has, like, 4 gold medals, Astrobate. Yeah, dude, you could just play de7 right away, and I'm already screwed. I haven't played this in a while, and I forgot. Alright, we're just going to play, like, aggressive Sicilians for tonight. I never considered bishop e2, Kendall. I thought the point was to play bishop takes c6. This is like an annoying closed Sicilian. Another strong player. Solid. I've played d6, which is beneficial to white. I don't have d5 in one go. Good to see you, Astrobate. What's up, man? I know everybody's not used to this. This is not a regular time for me. But today's a national holiday in Hungary. That's why Panda's decked out with... That's why he's decked himself out with the national memorabilia. I wonder if it's worthwhile to play h6. Just another closed Sicilian. Whatever. Bishop e3. Triple exclam. I was joking about this. This is like the most common way of losing a piece. We talked about this with Yabatis the other day. Putting bishop on e3 in these structures, d5, d4. The second most common way to lose a piece in the closed Sicilian. The other one is like dropping a piece with check to queen a5 check. d5, d4, and queen a5 check, winning the bishop on b5. The number one way. It's like Family Feud. Our European friends probably don't know this game show, Family Feud. But there's this host, and they have families come on, and they have to answer questions where questions have been given out to surveys in advance, and then they have to guess like how many people answered certain things. Survey says, what's the common move to lose a piece on the white side of closed Sicilian? All right, a3. Very sensible move. Bishop a2. Chess Family Feud. That'd be a fun idea. We should try to do that one day. All right. Whatever. A unique player. Wow, Scandella says it dislikes bishop takes c6. Was bishop d3 really bad? My original plan was to play knight b4, but I'm hanging my knight. I thought, oh my god, you're a genius. You did it just to induce a6, and then knight b4, now my knight's no longer protected on b6. You sly devil. I can't believe you figured that out. e5. I think this move is overrated. I could play this giant pawn center, d5. Wasn't my intention here, but we're gonna have problems now. I mean, if I play too routinely, the knight e4 is my biggest issue here. Guys, please support the stream. Generous donations from Nils, Zenchess, Jim, and others this week. Let's get a bit battle. If not a bit war. G5. Come on now. Surely this is good for black. Surely this is good for black. Alright, whatever, man. I don't like this usually. But I mean, these pieces are so shut down after d5. I decided to try it. Not my usual approach. I lost a King's Indian attack years ago that left a lasting impression on me where I did this kind of thing. But that's obviously a different position. I mean, white's bishop's on g2. You know, it's a totally different structure. I normally don't like playing d5, allowing this like pawn wedge with e5. I normally like to eliminate that strong pawn on e5. Never odd or even donated 100 bits to creep up the bit ranking ladder. It's up to 200 in 6th place for the week. Never odd or even. Thank you, sir. Ultra Bullet cheaters. Can't people just get like automated machines, bots to like play Ultra Bullet for them? I mean, I would assume like by now chess bots would have taken over online chess completely. Poker bots. G5 is so tempting. All right. I can't believe you didn't sack a piece there. I think that was legitimately dangerous for black. It's very possible he's even more brilliant than we thought, but wow. Whatever. Lots of bullet games. Not bullet games, blitz games, I mean to say. Candela, I got my points refunded in Ultra Bullet. So he's literally talking about this. I mean, I don't see why, you know, even 15 years ago, I'm sure that people could have done like bots to like play. Actually, Chess Assistant used to like basically allow you to like run a computer on ICC even like 15 years ago. We used to run computers against computers. I mean, it seems like it would be easy to cheat with engines and stuff. But people do it too blatantly and then they get caught. I mean, it must have been a guy just doing it blatantly. I don't know. Yeah, I admit like Bullet or Ultra Bullet would be hard. But I imagine if they're really dedicated to being a cheater, There are ways to do it. Wonderful conversation. Definitely my field of interest. Okay. Whatever with the strictly positional style. Nice bishop coming back to b1. Also b4. Highly strategic. Now what am I going to do? Sack a pawn? Oh, he did d4. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. I mean, it's like the most obvious thing in the world. What a bishop I have now. Of course bots exist. What a convoluted position. I hate positions like this. Everybody has these disgusting bishops that can't even play, that are like pawns. How do you even evaluate that? I'm just intuitively reacting. Now what do I do? Go back? Oh, we sack a pawn? Is that justified? I don't know. Taking a risk here. Knight takes g2. I'm sacking a pawn, but I don't know that it's justified. Probably not. Perfect play by white. Refutes my... I mean, I do have a queenside majority, by the way, which should be able to advance. Oh no. He has that too? So rook g6 doesn't work. Is he a bullet player? Because I'm in trouble if he is. Well, I mean, I know there's bots like Leela bot and those kind of bots, but that's not what I meant. I meant like in and of itself, like a bot. Not like a sanctioned bot. Secret illegal bots. How dare I try to inject some life in the position by sacrificing a pawn? Just unbelievable. The audacity of me. Try to do that. Whatever. Very impressive, sir. Very impressive play. We don't know who whatever is. It's kind of mysterious. Maybe I can play f5. It's kind of crazy. I think we got to do it now. I'm kind of liking it. The bishop's not doing much anyway. Slicey dicey. Impossible to break through the whatever fortress. Oh, he lost on time. I feel like I'm playing the King's Indian. We're gonna triple on the H file, the G file, whatever. It's actually happening here. It's really close. But I think my whole thing was kind of unsound. Airborne Warrior. This is a player I played before. Ushba has 100 games. Yeah. 10-year-old Percy. Alright, guys. Let's take these challenges. Airborne Warrior. How many viewers do we have? 32 viewers. Alright, Friday night, no excuse not to hit 50 viewers. Even without a raid. We got to get up to 50 viewers, guys. No, E4. I'm playing E4 in Sicilian. Decided to play sharply wherever possible. Keep myself awake. When I play Knight F3 and this lame stuff, my adrenaline doesn't really get going. He revealed himself. No. Did Bob encourage him to do that? No revealing yourself on the stream, okay? Only I'm allowed to do that. No, wait, I'm not. Okay, E5. Right, Philidor. Bishop E7. Standard Philidor practice here against Airborne Warrior. Airborne Warriors from England. Okay. The Lion's Jaw. They want to do some kind of G5, you know, this routine. Sometimes, I guess. If not, it's just a passive move. Try to keep the tension. I try to keep the tension here. I want to prevent, you know, the B5, all that stuff. Keep pressure on his center so he doesn't have time to maneuver something like Knight F8. Now the next is like Queen C7. Alright, whatever. I'm just going to play natural moves here. Right. Mubo. It's a lot like a King's Indian. Which I like playing with white, actually. Okay, Knight H4. Can we do that? Probably. Leads to complications. We got to try to do something to take advantage of this. Whenever black does this to me, I put the bishop on G2. Uber Driver, I like the Fianchetto setup, and it's akin to like a Fianchetto Pierce, which I also like. Quang Liam versus me. I played... Somehow I let Quang Liam transpose to a King's Indian. No, a Pierce. I ended up playing the Pierce with black against him. How did that happen? I don't know. I must have played D4 G6 or something. That's weird. That was a long time ago. So G6. Okay, he does this. We've induced G6 for whatever that's worth. We gotta watch for constantly for some weird tactics and stuff. Why don't we just play Bishop A2? Waiting move. Your turn. Knight F8. It's got to do something. If he plays Knight F8, then I'll go back to F3. I don't know. No, I'm not sure. I hate these positions. It's irritating. These type of positions where they do this. Probably not very good for black objectively, but not that easy for white to deal with. Definitely requires a lot of thought and calculation, working stuff out over the board. Now I'm heading back. I'll see you guys later. Bishop g4. I was expecting bishop g4 there. This must be part of his video series on this opening. I fell into this subtle trap. Subtle Tigo. Now it's a King's Indian. Hold on, guys. The standard stuff. But I haven't weakened my king side at all. Played this opponent once before. It looks like it was probably the game I remember, the English. Played a different kind of old Indian in that case. I was white there also. H8, an H8 relationship. Basically, we're undermining him. He probably should have played a6 there. Collapsible diagonal. But mostly the d5 square. He just doesn't care. Wow. He was flirting with stuff like knight h3 check, you know. Damage control is minimal. And it's useful that I didn't touch any of my pawns on the king side. Someone mentioned rook a3. Wow. That's kind of awkward. 1852. I realized only too late he has this bishop h3 idea. I still don't really believe in black's position though. I mean, he has no way to... The space advantage I have in the center is essentially like cutting his position in half. Severing it. I wish it was my move here. I'd probably be winning by force. there's any justice in the world, I'm winning this game. Central control based on d5 should be greater than the slight openness of my king. But maybe it's not so simple. Tough position to play these Philidors. I was a little worried about Queen C8 at one moment. I think now it's too late. Guys, thanks for joining me. Where are you guys? Friday night, let's play some Blitz. One last try. Just kidding. He doesn't want to take the pawn. Alright, man, tough game. This opening, brother, the Simon Williams defense. Pop Misha actually played this move. My move, knight h4. The same move, bishop a2, he chose as well. Oh, that's messed up. And this guy played the exact same move black played. And we transposed to theory. Daniel Stellwagen from 2001. Wow. Late back. I'm following Pop Misha, Serbian player, exactly. The exact same move from black again. And I played a novelty d5. But he played a5. I like a5. A5 is good too. Okay, guys, we're taking challenges. 5+3 casual here on lichess.org. I'm International Master William Paschall. Welcome to my chess stream. I'm streaming 6 days a week. Don't forget to subscribe and check it out. Sunday I have a simul. If you guys would like to play, 25 players. We're going to do 30-40 simul on Sunday. That'll be at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. on Sunday for 25 players here on lichess. And Twitch. Ushba, do you have enough games, sir? Yes. All right. Let's play Ushba. No, that was an instructive line. I've only faced this on a couple of occasions. But it's not a bad system. It's a little weird. I couldn't play like that for black. It's just too weird. Oh, the London. Yes. The London hybrid. And I played c4. So, where did I see this recently? A different position, probably after g6. I don't think the Benoni is so great here. I mean, bishop f4 is actually not bad for white in the Benoni. So, we could just play like a Nimzo. Bogo, where bishop on f4 is kind of weird. It's basically bishop f4 against the Nimzo, which move 11, he's not here, he's playing in a tournament. Or maybe he had a bye, he had somewhere he had to go tonight. But 11, one of our subscribers asked me once, like, what about bishop f4 in the Nimzo? Just the move, I guess. It's not that bad. I can't really concretely say what black's best response is. I guess you just have to play, you know, a setup that you feel comfortable with here for black. Queen's Indian style setup is very familiar to me. Okay, Uberdrive recommended knight e4. It's a very concrete move, you know, and I think that it's a reasonable suggestion. I thought about it, but kind of feel that it's not really conducive to development. Knight e4, queen c2. I mean, is that really correct for black? I have my doubts. Indirect battle, proxy war for the e4 square. Welcome guys to my chess stream. I also upload our videos onto YouTube, video chess training at YouTube. And I mentioned the Sunday simul. I'm streaming 6 days a week, every day but Saturday, basically, here on lichess and Twitch. Saturday's my day off, mostly. What am I doing? Sleeping in on Saturdays, usually. Sunday I have a team championship game, Budapest team division. It's not a very strong league, the Budapest team championship. I live in Hungary, if anybody was curious. Today's the national holiday here. The 15th of March. Big ceremonies. Everybody has like a long weekend, Friday off. I'm the only person in Hungary who worked today, I think. I like Ushpa. Creative. I still can't play like d5. The most common way to lose a piece in the opening. No, it doesn't lose a piece here, but I still don't really like d5. But I don't really have a great suggestion for black now. Knight h5. Could it be good? You only live once. It's not bad. I can play f5. I've played this way years ago. I used to play f5 and knight h5 against the f3 Nimzo. I don't think it's that great of a variation, but this is a little bit of a different position. So I think knight h5 is justified here. Extreme defensive move, bishop g3. Probably we should take it. Play f5 anyway, or just g6. The hippo. The most animal. The most animal. It's the most animal. Never mind. Chess stream is work. Of course, Bob. What do you think, man? You've seen me suffer in those simuls. If it's not work, then it's torture. I mean, it's one way or the other. You can't, you know, define it any other way. It's either work or torture. But I have other work. No, I teach lessons. I mean, it's not just a stream. I'm teaching lessons privately. So I'm working 6 days a week. At least, usually 7 actually. Sometimes I even work on my day off. That's what it's come to. I can't believe it. No more slacking. The days of slacking are over. Yeah, you know this was coming. I play the Nimzo, so I cannot trade it off. I mean, this is when you know you're like a King's Indian player at heart. When you play the Nimzo and then you bring your bishop back to f8 and then bring it to g7, you know you're playing the wrong opening. I mean, this is why I played g6 in the first place. Power diagonal. It's a straight up hippo, the full hippo acerbate, as opposed to a half hippo, as opposed to the happy hippo, or happy hippo, popular children's game. I never had a happy hippo. I always felt kind of, I lost, you know, I was neglected or something because of that. Restricting my knight. I don't like you. That's it, Bob. Sorry. I even got it. I got the name wrong because it's been such a deeply upsetting experience all my life. I always wanted Hungry Hungry Hippos. I never got it. And Jim says I still haven't played A6. Exactly. Astrobate is always jumping to play A6 too quickly. But, you know, you don't have to be like keeping up with the Joneses. I mean, you don't have to automatically play A6 in every hippo. You know, that's just like the tail of the hippo. You can flick that in at the end. That's like the least important part of the hippo, generally. Mother of all diagonals. Chew. He's flirting with disaster here. Absolutely no fear. It's A5 time. See, I conserved this move. Now I can rip it open. Benefiting from the delayed A6. My other bishop is kind of hemmed in, but, you know, you get this one. At least one of them's bound to be good. Happy Hungry Hippos, whatever. One of those games that's like still around after like 50 years on the market for kids. That's a good square. And then we pull this back to C8 and re-enter the struggle from a new perspective. Though A4 is worth considering. Worth considering. Ushpa's pretty tough, man. He's a hippo himself. He's very solid, making this ugliness work. He likes space. He's not a happy hippo. He's a hungry hippo. He's a spatially hungry hippo. Likes himself some space. So it's a commitment. I'm afraid of commitments, Bob. Committing myself to like the F5 break here. Gotta make it work. I don't think it's gonna work, Bob. So this is a bad move. If this ain't gonna work, well, I can play F5 straight up. I should probably try it. We gotta go for it. We gotta break out. I still like black, but I think this is inaccurate. I shouldn't exchange on D5 so early. Swirly. Just can't castle. Allergic to castling. Love me some flexibility. F4. Wow. That's crazy. Crazy, man. Alright, whatever. Feels like it's going too far. F4 is really going too far. These two bishops are starting to work. Everything's protected. Don't even think about like bishop takes g6. I'll snap that so fast you won't even know. Your head will spin. I'll take it so fast. Yes, I'm going to castle queenside. So are you. Oh, he did it. Oh no. What? No, I was serious. Can't do that. No need to do that panic button thing. Press the panic button. The ultimate hippo. This is unhealthy for white. Slice. You know those pizza places, there's slice. Slice. Rookie 8, rookie 3. Slice. Slice. Yeah, once it opens up, my inner tactics are channeled. 10-year-old is a tough player. A lot of tough games today. They just reopened Pizza Hut in Budapest in the last year or so, and it was gone for a long time. I guess Pizza Hut had major problems business-wise. But anyway, it was like gone from Budapest and then came back, and now it's back again. But it's expensive, and I don't know if it would even be worth it to order Pizza Hut. But you're making me hungry, Bob. Didn't have a proper dinner today. Okay. Yeah, we're playing e4. Playing e4. That was a cool game, though. It was fun to play that bishop f8, bishop g7 in the Nimzo. Very common idea. Bishop b5 in honor of Nefedov. And now knight d4. I know that I probably have played this once before with someone and likely the same opponent. But I do have a tendency to kind of forget what I'm doing here. Okay, so this, I don't know much about this. Typically they would always play c6 and then like bishop c5. Wonder what morsels are in a cart on holiday in Hungary. In a cart? Bishop f1 and g3 Uber driver. You want to play rook e1, bishop f1 and g3? That's our solution against the bird's defense? I think it's a little better against the Philidor. Alright, so what are we doing now? I distinctly recall like playing like c3 and having a game with this opponent. I think I probably played c3. One of the biggest ideas for white is to just play f4, f5 and smash his face in with this. Violent reference. I'm sorry. I need anger management. I'm a competitive person, you know. It's a boxing reference. All right, I like boxing a little bit, sort of. Yeah, it's violent. But f4, f5, he can maybe play f5. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. That's one thing. Let's just play d3. A safe move. See, he's just a little too routine here. The robotic knight c6. Is that really appropriate now? I like f4. I feel like I'm playing a good Grand Prix attack against the Sicilian. There it is. That f5, f6. Num num. I'm so tempted. There's also queen h5. All right, Aspate, too much information. You guys forget about beefsteak tartare. It's like the most iconic Hungarian food. All right, bishop c5, bishop c4, f5. Just a Serb. A Serbate. A Serbate, are you Serbian by any chance? If f5, he has knight e5, kind of blocking it up. Plus, he hasn't even castled yet. Right, let's just go, man. I'm just gonna go. We guessed Serbian was Serbian. But Acerbate is acerbate. Just a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Coincidence. Acerbate is a word. I'm American, but I live in Budapest, Hungary since a long time. So we're talking about food, and we're going to stop talking about food because I'm hungry. And that's not good. It's like going to the supermarket when you're hungry. Okay, d6, knight d2, f6. Holding off on this till he just castles right into it. Kind of awkward, though, to get this knight in the game, isn't it? This also restricts his pieces. I mean, f5 restricts his bishop. I guess that black can attempt to castle queenside. That would be the logical thing to do here. Do you speak Stream Express? I speak UK or American English. The UK people, they don't like my fake English accent. They say it's very inauthentic. And they're right. Another knight h4. Okay, he has 95 now. I'm running out of time. Maybe we'll add some b4 to the mix. But I feel like my initiative is sort of stalled out. Black's going to try to crawl out with knight e5 or queen e7 and ultimately not castle kingside. This is a weird move, man. I don't like a5. I mean, I was just kidding about b4. I mean, it might be an idea, but that's not really why I played a3. I just don't want, you know, I want my bishop to have this retreat here. b4 is a side effect. A secondary concept. But a5 kind of ruins your chances of castling queenside. That's why I don't like this move. I guess he's not planning on castling at all, which may be reasonable. A Danish restaurant in California called Copenhagen. Copenhagen, you say, right? I don't think we have any Danes today. Yobatis is not here. Mule Skinner's not here. Someone suggested c3. I mean, I had to preface that with like king h1. I was scared to play king h1 because then it's like my king will face off against that rook in some lines. But ultimately, maybe b4 is a good move. Well, where are you going to castle, you know? This wasn't really my main plan, but you know what? Why not? Spectacular Camel is here. All right. Speaking of Danish. Danishes. Why are Danishes called Danishes anyway? I bet you asked those guys, they didn't know what a Danish is. Knight to e5. There it is. Truly disappointing to fix his pawn structure in this way. We have this. This is kind of brutal. So now he's definitely not castling. Castling is no longer on the menu. What is the plan, though? How do you get at the guy's king? It's a little like the Philidor game, where he's stuck in the center, like his position is sort of cut off. But it seems like Black's defense is more realistic here. To play like c6 and king c7. There it is. Leaving us with only one choice, essentially, it looks like. I feel like I'm playing the French. It's so blocked. What is my one choice again? Can somebody tell me? Because I don't know what it is. I forgot what my one choice was. Now he's really trying to block it up. Oh, upon the... No, we've got c3, I guess. This is getting a little worrisome now. He's going to block the whole position. My gosh. All right, that leaves me with no choice. The last resort, literally. Just in time. Got tons of time. Sack mate. Wait, where? I could play the technical endgame with like queen f7, forcing a trade of queens, essentially. Well, this was unexpected, and probably a good move. Damn it. Excuse me. What? Wow, that was unexpected too. But could be a mistake. Could be a mistake. Oh. He's not going to be able to keep it completely closed. What? Well, this is just ridiculous. Now I'm losing. Finds every move. I mean, this game alone is worth your $5 a month subscription. I don't even know what Queen D6 is about. What did I just do? Guy's like a genius. Pretty impressive player. I'm like lucky to draw here. I mean, I might be lost in this position. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm lost here. The computer really says it's a draw. I thought I was worse. With those two pawns there, it looks like black could have a way to possibly try to make progress. What a game. Alright guys, that was fun. T-Dark thinks it's winning too, but Uber Driver says it might be a draw. The Oracle says it's a draw. I don't think you'll find this in the table base. That was a horrible, blunder-filled game, but fun. You know, it was definitely fun. Okay, guys, we've got more time. Another 50 minutes left. Plenty of games ahead. Let's get some more challenges. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. I had a couple donations today. Never odd or even. And somebody else donated. Was it you, Jim? I can't remember, guys. Spectacular Camel. Oh, he's busting the Danish. Did we ever figure out what a Danish is? I haven't had a Danish in a long time. But Hungary has really good pastries and stuff like that. It's far better than living in the United States. Bakeries and stuff like that are excellent here. So let's get a challenge going on. Like, create a game. I hate that sort of options there. Ahmed Fatih. What do we got for increments, guys? 5 + 3 casual somewhere? Something along those lines? Just 5-0. There was one that flashed by and then left. Medals. Honda has multiple, like, Hungarian Team Championship medals over the years. In honor of our national holiday here, he's got the red, green, and white Hungarian medals. So Spectacular Camel says they actually have Danish. So Danish is really a Danish? They really have Danishes? I thought it was one of those things that was just like made up, you know? Some guy in New York like made it up, called it a Danish. I'm sure that it's better than the United States. Everything. Nah, there's good things. The store bought, you know, Danishes in the US though. It's not like a authentic bakery in New York City I'm talking about. Okay, Yabatas is black. Thanks for challenging, Yabatas. Let's go with E4. We should invent a Ponda opening. Yeah, we could take like a survey. Make me think of Family Feud again. Am I sort of homesick or something? Why am I making all these American references? E4, C5, knight f3. Want to play aggressively. Let's see what he does. The A6, okay. So we know D4 is not a great move, but we want to be aggressive against this thing. Bishop C4 is kind of out the window. You could play bishop c4, b5, but I don't think it's particularly good for white. Knight c3 maybe. The little kid I played in the Spring Festival last year, I don't remember his name. One of the many little kids played knight c3 against me. No, I didn't play a6. I'm crazy. I played queen c7. I never actually played a6. Forgot. All right, so what is this anyway? Some kind of weird transposition to like a Khan type Sicilian. Fischer Korchnoi, d4 and c3 gammoning a pawn. Now we just transpose to a Khan Sicilian and hope that Yabatis doesn't know more than me, which is very little, because uh-oh, e5. I thought we decided this was bad, Yabatis. I love that square. Oh, this has got to be good for us. Come on. Is this move inaccurate? Bishop g5? Is there something better? Should I play knight e6 check? Losing a pawn? No. Doesn't lose a pawn. Seriously. Should I play knight d6 check? Unprovoked? Yabatis, this doesn't work. You've lost your mind. Although there's a Sveshnikov-like theme. Knight d5, bishop f5, bishop f6, queen a5 check. Like, what's up with that? Should be good for me. Just bishop f6 unprovoked is possible. The unprovoked. It sounds like a Clint Eastwood movie. Knight d5, bishop f5. I even have knight f6 check. Ugh. That's actually interesting. Does that even work, though? I'm hallucinating a lot here. Guys, chess stream, we're taking 5+3 challenges. Still room for a couple more games before our time is up. We have 45 minutes, so 3 or 4 more games at least yet left in the evening. So he plays this. Bishop f6 looks good for white, but I don't know why I was drawn to queen a5 check. That can't be a good move, can it? Bishop f6, queen a5 check, c3, bishop takes e4. That's just absurd, isn't it? Should be absurd. Pretty absurd. In fact, very absurd. Okay. That's not good. It's a good way to get mated. Pretty mate, like queen a5 check, c3, bishop e4, b4, queen a4, knight c7 mate. So we just have a simple positional advantage. Like, even though we're not up any material. Oh, we are up a pawn. Okay. We are up a pawn. But it's like good bishop versus bad bishop. Actually, they're not that clear. I think the white square bishop has more potential than its black counterpart here. Ultimately more worries. Seemingly unhealthy for black. I'll just borrow that for a little while, if you don't mind. Yeah, alright, now I'm just thinking too much. We have a great game. Just play chess, right? Uber driver's like reading my mind. I'm playing the weekly classical just now. Okay, I have to finish a game. Good reason, sir. So now, yeah, just take back. I don't like the structure, but could just castle. I'm gonna be like Morphe or something. Castles, pawn takes pawn, queen e2. Pawn takes a1, queen. Whoops, that defends e5. Slight problem. But it doesn't leave me with a lot of choices, I think. I'm gonna have to do this. It's ugly, but it gets the job done. How many pawns are we up now? Just 2? Ooh, queen h5 is on the menu. He's got the acerbate defense. Rook a7. Lateral love. So just a few more games, guys. We're going to be back on Sunday with Simul here on lichess and Twitch. 25 player Simul. Move 11, what's up? This is just a one-off stream because I didn't do a stream in the morning. My whole schedule got messed up for Thursday and Friday because of Hungarian national holiday. So rather than streaming, I was like exhausted this morning. And rather than cheat you guys out of a stream, I decided to just do it tonight. So I figured you'd be busy, Move 11. What time is it there? Okay. You have a bye. You're not playing hooky from your bye game, are you? Bye. What do you call it when you play hooky from your bye game? Stupid chess joke. This is just not healthy. Comparison shopping for bishops. More future. More future for our white square bishop than his friend. That disallows you from the acerbate defense. Oh no, he's got that. Oh, this is sick. There's some sick variations here. Queen h5, rook d5, rook d1. What is he going to play there? Knight e7. And then I was actually thinking about f6. Which is just too ridiculous to even consider. But alright, we only live once. It's really too fancy to play this. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, knight f6 is possible, followed by queen h5. Ooh, didn't even see it. That's even better. But he gets out to g5. If only his king can survive on g5, Merle, then my whole position is a bust. This is actually probably a bust. I missed something here. Okay, hold on. I mean, what am I doing here? Rook d7, king d7, queen f7 check. Probably enough. A little bit too speculative. It would have been better just to play like queen f3 or something last move. Merle's suggestion, knight f6 ended the game too. Bishop e6. Triple exclaim. This should get the job done. Difficult for black to defend here because I have queen f6 threats. He has multiple loose pieces. I mean, at the end of the day, I have 3 pawns for a piece. He has no coordination, and none of his pieces are defended, so it's not surprising this is leading to death. Or loss of heavy material. Here he can prolong the agony. Prolonging of agony. Prolongation of agony. Now we're just enjoying ourselves again in a several pawns up type position. Somebody's interested in back ranking me. Always happy about that. Very direct. All right. This rook endgame looks good. Maybe it's best to keep the bishop. My technique is a little bit sketchy. Suspect is a better word. The suspect technique. Uh-oh. Pondernator. Rook b2. Don't want any of that. Rook a2 and badness. Bad things happening there. Still getting counterplay. It's cutting a little too close. Cutting it a little too close has been called. I lost my rook. I can't believe it. It's still not over. Yes. He has that. No, I blundered. Stop confusing me. Well, at least this was a good comedy relief. This endgame was hilarious. That was really funny, man. I think Ibanez was winning at one point. That was hilarious, man. Good tenacious defense. Yeah, he's winning. Wow, he had this nice shot 96 here. Wow. I have no clue that was possible. '96 queens, knight f4 check, king g4, rook g2. Crushing. So Amza's here. He's finished his classical game. Okay, guys, we have time for 2 more games. At least 2 more games. Possibly 3. Am said there's more pigs than people in Denmark. They don't eat enough pork? What's the problem? They use pig milk. What's causing this overpopulation of pigs? Hungarians love pork, man. It's the #1 meat. I mean, that's what happens when you have a country that's not like, it's not like the United States where there's all this like grazing land for cattle and stuff. Knight f3. All right, let's just play b6. You export a lot of pork. All right, sport pork. You're sporting a lot of pork. Bob, you made me laugh, dude. That's not funny. It's just Bob's reaction to my joke about pig milk. Pigs have milk too. It's the closest to human milk. I just made that up. Alright. Oh no, not the A3. God, I hate this variation. I mean, this the scientists use it as a human milk substitute when babies lose their mother. I don't know. I'm just making this up, you know. Knight c3, d5. Let's go. You know how they use pig hearts for heart transplants? I figured the same applies to pig milk. Okay, so bishop g5, bishop e7, or other moves. Could you take on c4? It makes you think. You could do that in Tartakover Queen's Gambit. Why can't you do it here? I always kind of wondered about that. They come for the chess and stay for the ridiculous conversation. Yeah, I think our viewer numbers are going up. Let's start talking about silly stuff. E3. Experimental Friday night. Don't expect to see me here every Friday night. Usually Friday mornings. So, well, I'm kind of thinking about taking on c4, honestly. It transposes to a sort of a Tartakovery type position. You wonder if h6 is even a good move for black now. Maybe white has bishop f4 effectively. Although I'd go knight h5, bishop e5. Looks like something I discussed with a student today. White is slightly better here. I'm playing the Tartakover without h6, bishop h4. That's a move that might help black just a little bit. Yeah, this is Merle, you know, your cousin Merle's domain, Uber driver, I would think. The black side of drawish, passive Queen's Gambit lines. The domain. A6, Astorbate's favorite move. I would also play Queen E2 if I were white here. I guess we just try to trade pieces. Move 11 is here, and he's actually possibly willing to play the Tartakover Queen's Gambit. Sans h6, though. And it's not exactly the most reliable line theoretically, but I've had some quick draws against people where I couldn't do anything after dc4 type of stuff. Definitely possible to take on c3 as well here. Knight c3, bc3, queen e7. It is a big center though. Probably best not to do that and just say I did. Knight e4, bishop e4, knight e2, bishop g6. That's what Uber driver, hearing voices in his head named Merle. Sometimes I get frustrated in these kind of lines with white and start to think that the Queen's Gambit is a forced draw. I had a game with Fanchi Imre, a very, very solid, like exceedingly solid Hungarian IM, whose rating normally fluctuates between like 23.99 and 24.11. I think he's He's basically... The needle on his rating probably hasn't moved in the last like 20 years. Rook on A to C1. This is just an ordinary old-fashioned move by white. I would have done the same thing, man. You gotta find a move, right? We achieve C5. When you achieve C5, you can start thinking about offering a draw, I think. Equalizing, or attempting to equalize. Sometimes with white, you know, bishop A6 is an idea. It shouldn't really be dangerous. Spassky is a Queen's Gambit Tartakover player. Fuchsia. Fuchsia is here. The real Gambit said I didn't have time to challenge. Well, there's still time, man. We have time for at least one more game. So I don't know if Fuchsia and Real Gambit are interested, but we have no challengers right now. So no challenges and about 30 minutes left in the stream. So I anticipate 2 more games. The games take, you know, 10 minutes. 15 with the increment, really. Excitement mounting. I'm loving it when I'm white here against an opponent who's like 100 rating points lower or something like that. You just like want to bang your head on the wall and wonder why you bother playing chess. Extremely boring, and objectively maybe white should try the exchange variation against the Queen's Gambit or something, because the main lines seem to just peter out to nothing. Of course, my opponent, you know, is lower rated than me, so technically he's not really bothered by a draw, you know. And when it's like Fauci Imre or another IM who's rated higher the same as me, I don't mind. But if I'm playing like a guy who's, like I said, lower rated, a 22 or 2300 player, man, this is very frustrating to play against when you're white. It's extremely solid for black. Now B4 was a little bit of a risky move. I'm not sure I want my knight sidelined on A4. So I guess we just have to go home. Home, James. If I'm nervous, use dirty Hungarian words. No one will know any better. In honor of your national holiday, I'm going to refrain from the dirty words. I like dirty words in general. Bishop A6 is kind of a nice move. Entering the possibility of Rook C7 into the game, pinning my A pawn down, taking away Rook C8. What would Boris do? Boris and Tolia. So Rook C7 is a seriously annoying move. My original instinct was to play Knight F6. So if I'm really unambitious, I could play Bishop F3, Queen F3, Knight F6, and grovel for a draw for black here. Doesn't seem right. What am I worried about exactly? I don't know. Knight E5 or something. That's kind of vague though. Like Knight E5, Rook D8, no big deal. We're playing this and we're gonna just try to stay equal. Was my challenge sent? Yeah, I think we've got 2 challenges. Gambit and Haberbaum. Last 2 games, I guess, guys, for today. Thanks for tuning in to my very unusual Friday stream. Usually we're doing that in the morning. But due to Hungarian holiday, Stream Express. What am I doing? I'm going to take that. Very well. So we have control of an open file, so does he. He, she, it. Knight E4. Now, like, we really, really wish we had played h6 so we don't get back rank mated. Although objectively, maybe even g6 is good. My king can go up to g7. Weakening some squares. Both sides here. Technically, white's a little better with the bishop versus a knight. Pawns on both sides of the board. You found Danish? Net has recipes. Danish culinary delights. I probably prefer Greek food. Jim's in the house. Nice game by white thus far. Feeling Alms's powers. I mean, what's up with rook d2 though? Wait a minute here. Just a second. Did we forget about something? Oh, he cut me off. There's no knight g4, no knight e4. I'm running out of time. Help. My game completely fueled by cheapos at this point. I'm going into acerbate mode. Cheapo fueled nightmare. What's next? Wow. Totally unseen. That's awkward. I lost on time. Nice game, Alms. Wow. Just flagged. I just flagged there, but I thought you could have won a piece on the last move. I just freaking flagged. I thought you had e5 winning a piece here. I totally didn't see like rook d1 was a threat. I'm actually winning after knight c6. Good game. I'm not sure I would have even seen it in the time pressure. Okay, guys, last two games, Real Gambit and Haberbomb. So we got taken down. Nice game by Alms, though. It just degenerated in time pressure. I think it should have been more or less equal. Okay, Gambit. Gambit, what are we going to do? 5 cent upon loss. What's that, Acerbate? A game on lichess.org. I'm looking at this game on lichess.org. Now we're getting viewers. Like, I'm about to end the stream and we start to get a lot of viewers. Why does that happen? The Gambit. Bishop a6 was a great move. Absolutely. I mean, that's a standard idea. I mean, I don't mean to diss him, but I think it's a really important idea in those variations. I remember once Capablanca doing that in an analogous position. Okay, I'm not sure if we played this before Gambit, but I've been playing this a lot over the last couple years. Bishop g5 transposes to a different variation. Normally I see a3, e4, or knight f3 most commonly. e4, a3, those are kind of critical. You're transposing to a game I played in the fall, actually, against Hungarian international master Shinkovic, an old IM who I failed to beat from a superior position, like I usually do lately. This is a very standard line. Popular trying to drop pieces with d6, queen a4 check. Does that actually drop a piece though? D6, queen a4 check, knight c6. D5. Who's it drop a piece for? I don't know, and never want to find out. So we normally play f5 here. Okay, I think. f5, bishop d3, bishop c3, bc, d6 is like standard. Uber Driver knows everything about chess history. Spassky Smyslov, apparently. Spassky liked to play bishop g5 on move 4, which is a more combative variation than this. More uncompromising. The so-called Leningrad, Nimzo-Leningrad variation. A bit more uncompromising. I had this position years ago, like 20 years ago, against my friend Jose Gonzalez Garcia from Mexico, who lives in Spain. He's Grandmaster now. I remember I beat Jose. Not because of the opening, though. He made some mistakes later. But I like this line for black. I've always done alright in pretty much every game. Now, I had a game the other day, like exactly the same basic position, where they dropped the g2 pawn. Yeah, this is popular blunder, Grambit. Someone did the exact same thing against me like a week ago. It's funny. I don't even remember how I reacted. Maybe I didn't even take the pawn, actually. I can't recall. I'm leaving that bishop there because it's kind of trashy. You have a choice between taking the knight or taking the bishop. And in this kind of locked Nimzo, I think it's better to take the knight rather than take the bishop, because the bishop's going to be hard to make that work in said position. We're just going to park our bishop here. Maybe that's a mistake, actually. It's hard to believe it's bad, though. King takes. Oh, I thought you were going to take with the queen. Where to put the knight, though? Maybe queen e7's wrong, too. Perhaps I should just play like knight to c6 directly. Try to get the knight onto a5 ASAP. White square play. Putting my queen on dark square. I'm not sure this is right. Okay, guys, this game and then the last game against Haberbaum, we're going to shut it down for tonight. Have a great weekend. Thanks, guys, for supporting the stream. Check out my replays on YouTube. Video chess training on YouTube. White is white. Wow. Alright. Well, I understand. Maybe I don't. You just want to put your king on c2. He's just trying to be weird, basically. Being weird for the sake of being weird. We're out of here, guys. I should have probably kept my queen on the white squares. You know, this wasn't necessary. To put it on a dark square, I have all these squares I need to cover. The king is in an unhealthy spot there. I was actually thinking about knight e5 check. Not good. We had to waste the tempo to get our queen French style. Queen e3, queen e8, c5, queen a4 check. Black is in command. Not a good pawn structure, man. We have the pawn structure. What is it? It's a horsey. In honor of Sparkle Horsey. Guys, if you're asked by a psychologist to identify what the shape is, what is it? I say it's a horsey, and the knight is a tail, is its tail on the a5 spot. Man, this is awful. That white king is awful. Sparkle Horsey, pawn structure. Sure, Bob. We knew you were going to say that. It's so biased. You're just so biased, Bob. You make everything look the same. Nimzovich, blockade. Immobilized double pawn. Sadly for him, he can never play like e4 because of f4 losing a bishop. That's the whole game, right? The Nimzo killing. Yeah, this is a good move, man. Queen b5 was my biggest concern. I admit. Pardon me. I have no problems with being up pawn in an endgame, but I was hoping to kind of end this a little bit more cleanly than have to grind him down here. Queen b5 is a great move. It's hard to trade queens when you're down a pawn. You know, most people are unwilling to do that, but I think this is a very good judgment by white. Objectively the best move. Absolutely. All right. The fight is on. He's not dead yet. What next? Rook d7. Oh, rook h7. Taking a page from Acerbate's book. I've never done that in a Nimzo. The lateral transfer with rook h7. Something new every day. It's our newest strategic idea. Brought to you by the influence of Acerbate. Never used this in my life. Rook a7 is very common, but rook h7 and transfer laterally. I was just gonna play like rook d7 and rook d8, but that's so mundane. I gotta do it. We gotta complete the maneuver. Uber driver suggesting h4. I like my flexibility here. Just like rook c7 is even good. It's kind of funny to put the rooks, put the rook on the diagonal. That's how effective your bishop is. It's not really there. It's a big pawn. So he can like play bishop h2. It's realistic. But I'll do what I have to do. Got a little bit of play with rook c1 now. Was this premature? Dude, you gotta stop with the king. You have an unhealthy obsession. It's a little bit like Bob. Alright, strange obsession with king d3. Haberbaum. I'd rather not face Haberbaum on the black side of another Nimzo. He's really good. So, last game for tonight, guys. We're gonna be back on Sunday with a simul. Ponda. See you guys later. He's still nursing the hangover. Too many cigars last night. Celebrating the Hungarian national holiday early. What do we play for our last game? It's been an e4 day. e4, e5, knight f3. Rue Lopez. I don't even know what Haberbaum plays. So if I know you're not playing f5, I play bishop b5. We nearly lost. Nearly lost you there. It's screaming trees. 90s alternative rock songs. Okay. Bishop b5, bishop a4, knight f6 standard. As long as you don't get to play the Berlin defense, I don't mind. I like the open Rodopez, actually, for white. It looks like he's planning on like the Marshall or something. I don't know what he plays. He's kind of theoretical. Gita B said, hi Ponda. Hello. Huh. Ponda's, he's not quite himself. Too much alcohol and cigars last night. Bishop e3, castles. So, are we going to play a Marshall? Is that what it is? Yeah, he's probably done this against me once before. I don't remember now. I like d3. It's a little more compact than d4, but I'm not an authority at all. Probably Haberbaum knows more theory than I do in this variation. But I can't remember if we played before. We played a lot of games now, 39. This is number 40. And chances are, I don't have that many opponents who play the Marshall. So, chances are, this is the guy who played the Marshall against me like a couple weeks ago or a month. It's been a while, actually. It's been a while, like maybe 2 months. Is it that long? And the Marshall is fairly common, but I don't get it very often. And I don't play e4 that much. But somebody played it once or twice against me in the last 6 months or so. Acerbate, thank you for the donation, sir. This week, Nils, Zenchess, Jim, huge donations, big money. Alms on Twitch, never out or even, cash bounty, Acerbate, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. So now h6. Vaguely familiar memory coming in now. h6? Really? Alms on Twitch donated 100 for bringing back the Ponda Cam. Yeah. Yeah, we deserve that. It wasn't easy. It took some technical know-how. Yeah, I need to be a little bit more thoughtful about the time here. Neighbors are just out of control. They make a lot of noise downstairs. h6, rook h4, queen f5. Is that it? And then knight d2? This doesn't seem right. But I'm running out of time and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Queen d7 is a move as well. It seems to me that we've been here before. See, again, my house sitter knows more about this position than I do. The house sitter should be at the house soon. But my Amazon Cloud Cam is down. I'll have to send them an email. Our house sitter is a Marshall Gambit expert. I have to ask him what's up there. So what's the deal with this again? Knight d2. Okay. It sometimes takes me a while to figure this out. Alright, well I know this is right. And then it's like g5, rook takes h6. House sitter versus Alexander Ivanov. Where house sitter was black. It's kind of like Uber driver. We'll just call him house sitter. He retired from chess to become a professional Judge Judy fan. I can't believe you took that. What? Okay, Haberbaum just what? 93 works? This has got to be a trap. It's like taking candy from strangers. I'm not convinced. I mean, I've got to calculate bishop c2, knight e3, pawn e3, queen e3, check. Yeah, that doesn't look convincing. Bishop c2, knight c3. And he's not got enough there. It looks like it's a bust. Knight e3 is the only real challenge. Knight e3, fe3. Maybe he has some nasty trick I didn't see. I don't mean to make rhymes, guys. I'm just having fun with it. He fell for the poison pawn, the lose queen variation. So the point is king g2, bishop e7, bishop e4. I hope. Shutting him down. Is definitely king g2 better than king h1? Nobody knows for sure. There's also knight e4, which kind of hurts. It was definitely a blunder. He just felt bad because I lost and drew games today and I was kind of on a bad streak. So Hebron thought he'd make me feel better by giving me a freebie. Knight f1. No. Knight e4. Winning of bishop. It's still not too late to make some sort of catastrophic blunder. The house sitter is going to be proud. Actually, the house sitter plays for black, so he's not going to be proud. He's going to be very disappointed with Haberbaum's conduct. Conduct of the Martial Gambit. Medal of Valor. Queen d6. Last game, guys. Please, no tricks. Oh, that's nasty. You gotta do it. Oh my gosh. I had it all planned out. That's why I played rook h4. Crunchy. Crunchy crunch. Okay, guys, that was at least a good positive win at the end there. Grabbing the greedy d3 pawn. I will see you guys later. We learn our chances. He also gave you a chance for queen d5. Blade Albino, gotta go. It was good to see you too. Thanks, guys. It was fun. We're going to be doing a simul on Sunday, so tune in for that for sure. Our flagship event for the week. 25-player simul every Sunday. It's going to be 6:30 p.m. I think I said 6:30. Let me check what time I started last week. Usually it's 6:30. Got the Hungarian Team Championship, Budapest Team Championships on Sunday. So typically I like to start it a little bit later. Yeah, we're going to do 6:30. So 6:30 Sunday CET here, PM that is. 25-player simul on lichess and streaming it on Twitch. International Master William Paschall and the Panda. Wishing you a happy national holiday here from Budapest. My pleasure, guys. It was fun. Thanks for the games. Good job, Oms, for a tough game. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.